When you hear this, what do you feel? At IMAX, you'll feel transported by our unique sound system and crystal clear images. Like you're running across a desert planet or defending your city from a surprise invasion. With immersive IMAX sound and screens curved to show more, we take fans to the edge of their seats. Get tickets to Dune Part 2 now and experience it in IMAX's exclusive expanded aspect ratio.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, is this my man Dub22?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right, y'all. This is just a touch of J, and I'm coming at you. Get ready to put it all out there in pieces, baby. How my baby's doing on tonight? We got a special guest because we got to sit here and do these 5 questions. You know that you guys, sent in. So, Dub, you ready? You gonna help me out with this? What you got going on over here with all that noise in the background?
Well, yeah, I was migrating to a place so I can make sure that I'm in the right spot for this.
What place you migrating to? You're so crazy, Doug.
Yeah, I had to share. I'm good now. I'm done with my ruffling and tussling.
Y'all hear this? He's so trifling. Dub, come on now. Get this together, okay? This is just such a day. We trying to put it out there in pieces for him. All right, so y'all who don't know, Dub is a fellow radio podcast host, and he does his 1-2. Make sure y'all check him out, Dub22. He's amazing. Dub, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have a podcast station here on Anchor. It's called Listening to the Echoes of Dub22, and if you can just find me by my name, Dub22. And on that podcast, I have a lot of different angles I come at, but mostly what I usually bring on there is inspiration to the masses of people. And God has been using me to, do some great things. So I give God all the glory for everything that I'm doing. I'm also an entrepreneur, and I'm a father of 2 girls, and I'm just steady doing my thing, trying to basically, steady grind and stay around people like just as much as
Dub is amazing, y'all. Make sure y'all check out his stuff. Dub, you are so thorough. Yes. And you know what I tell them all the time? You gotta be thorough if you listening to me, okay? Unless you a hater. What do I say? Hi, haters, because y'all need this work too, right? Okay, so let's get it started, Dub. So look, how we gonna go ahead and get this thing started? I don't even know.
Well, let's just go. Let's rifle off on.
You breaking up, Dub?
Wanting.
Yeah, I can
you hear me now?
What phone service you got? Verizon?
Okay.
You need more people, Dub? Remember that commercial?
Yeah. So let's just go through the question, whatever they want to know.
Okay, so question number 1. I guess this is how we get started, y'all. Question number 1. Okay, Dub, let's talk about it. All right, I'll do question number 1. You got the questions, right? Okay, so I'll do question number 1. You do 2, 3. Like, we'll go back and forth. We'll talk about it like that, okay? So question number 1 says,
right.
Going back to your ex, okay? Should you go back to your ex? How do you
here's my thought on this. All right, so I know a lot of people will be able to relate with me on this. I believe this. There are 2 different mindsets. One mindset says, once I'm done, I'm done.
Okay.
And then the other mindset says, although we're done, I may flirt with the idea of it.
Okay.
So let's look at it from the angle of, that second one right there.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I look at this is, whenever you are done with your ex, so to speak, from that second mindset, you still gonna have a time frame. It's like you're gonna flirt with the idea because it's not completely over with in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people gonna go get on here and be like, well, I'm the number one. Once I'm done with somebody, I'm done. It ain't no turning back. So I feel y'all, I understand y'all, but the other mindset is there is gonna be a time frame where it's still gonna be a little crack in the door. What would you say on that?
Yeah, you know what? I do feel like that there could be like a crack in the door. Like, especially like when you first kind of like break up. You know, if you break up, it's kind of like, well, no, you know, and they trying to get back with you, and you might be trying to get back with them. You know, I feel you on that. But I guess it has to do with the terms of the breakup too. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, did you like, okay, did y'all break up just because, okay, let's say for our younger generation or older generation, you know, you want to go to college or something. Let's just say, because you know, a lot of younger kids, they in high school, they got these high school boos, you know, shout out to y'all out there. And then, you know, they got to go ahead and separate because one's going over here in Cali and one's going somewhere in Asia or something. I don't know, you know, but they got to separate, okay? So if they break up on those terms, you know, you might still kind of want to get back. Now, I don't know if you got cheated on.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, do you go back? Do you not? I mean, this is just a touch of J, baby. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a lot of variables involved because, like, if they have kids together, for example,
yeah,
you know, it's like that second thought process I was mentioning. You have that flirting of the idea that we could possibly get back together. It might take some hard work. It might take some work. Yes. Yeah. But y'all have kids together. Y'all have a relationship that will always be there. Right. So that means even if you don't care for the other person, y'all still have something in common. Y'all have children together. So every time you see that person, y'all might not talk on a level we want to hook back up, but the perfect world would be y'all are together and y'all work the thing out to where the kids are in a better situation and they see the parents working through hard circumstances, even adversity. So I like to just give them just a little piece like you do.
Yeah, I don't know though if I want to be together. I don't know if I want to be with you just because it's kids. So, I don't know about that one because I'm like, you know, because then it's like, I mean, I guess you can work on it, but then I don't know.
It's possible, but it is also some situations where I understand we just got to go our separate ways.
You're right. So look, y'all got to call in because we don't really know. We're trying to figure it out. Should you be with the ex? Should you not? I guess it kind of depends on, you know, the situation and why you broke up. And, you know, if you're done, you're done. Or if you're not. Some people believe they done and they done. And some people don't. Some people go back and forth and they do that back and forth thing.
Right.
I don't know. So look, we're gonna go into question number 2. You done with question number 1? I don't think there's nothing else we really get.
Yeah, can you read the question? Because for some reason I'm not able to pull it up.
See, here you go. See, I'm tired of you already. I'm not saying no more. All right.
I don't want to mess up anything on this, so if I exit out of where I'm at, I don't want to mess up.
You're so crazy. You ain't gonna mess up that look. All right, here we go. All right, number 2. This is question number 2. What if when you have your ex, you know, listen, because you know how you got these exes that be like, I know we ain't together, but can we still be friends? How do you feel about that? You know, like, because I'm like, look, what you trying to have your cake and eat it too? Especially like if they in a whole new relationship, why you want to be friends? You in a relationship, you supposed to be happy in that relationship. So why are you talking about can we still be friends? You know, why don't you come over or I come over there? Like how do you feel about this? Let's talk about this.
Yeah, that's kind of dating with basically you're gonna end up doing more than friend stuff when you do that.
Child, like what? What type of friend?
So check this out. If you have the mindset of we can just be friends.
Okay.
I believe that there will come a time where you two will be alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you two will be alone.
I gotta turn the fan
Remember?
on. Go ahead. I'm fan myself. Go ahead.
And what will happen is y'all over there Netflixing and chilling.
Okay, go ahead.
And y'all are just friends.
Yeah,
And somebody has it in their mindset. Well, since we having such a good time together,
right.
how about I just, stay the night and just go to work in the morning, whatever I gotta do in the morning.
Shower. You gotta tell. That type of thing.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you're flirting with the idea. You just want to be friends. But even if you didn't get to the situation of being alone, y'all are still gonna have like phone conversations. Y'all are gonna be Y'all are gonna having conversations where you're flirting more than friends. So you have to be careful. And if you set boundaries, it won't even go into that. What would you? Am I kind of getting ahead of myself with the boundaries part?
No, you're not, because I guess you can set boundaries, but it's kind of like if you would, it's kind of like the R. Kelly. I don't really know how I should feel about this. Because it's like, okay, you want to still be my friend? Can we still be friends? But if y'all have feelings, okay, if y'all like, okay, what if this person is like, I love you still? And you like, I love you too, but they want to be your friend.
Wow.
But then they got somebody else.
I understand exactly what you're talking about, because those feelings come back up. If you've ever loved somebody and you say, hey, we could just be friends, after all, we've been through ups, downs, left, rights, we've been through it all, so we might as well be friends. Now that right there, whenever the person has that conversation, that right there is a great time to have the boundary conversation.
Right.
Because it's okay to be friends. We're not saying it's not okay to be friends, but I do believe whenever that little phrase, hey, can we just still be friends? That right there we need to set some boundaries on what friendship should be.
But now listen, some people, they got hidden agendas and they just like, can we be friends? They want to keep that connection going. What happens when you got somebody that's really just still trying to keep that connection going, and they out there doing that trickery and they trying to trick you into going into that trickery too?
Right.
What you do about that right there?
So that's where that discernment comes in.
Child, yes. Talk about it.
Yeah, so that's when your connection, your relationship with God is going to help you to be able to discern and decide whether or not if a person got a hidden agenda. Know if somebody got. Here's how you know if somebody.
You hear me snap my finger? Do you hear it? No, go ahead. If
this is how you know somebody got a hidden agenda.
Okay.
So let's say you just want to test and see how this person is thinking about you. So you start leaning the conversation, not because you want to, but to see where their mindset is.
Right.
And when you lean the conversation and they kind of take it the extra mile, that how somebody got a hidden agenda. When they start throwing,
yes, child. When they talking about, can you, and all that other type, what I'm talking about, though. Okay.
Yep.
So what do you do, though? So do you say, no, we can't be friends? But what if deep down in your heart, you kind of still care about them, but you still, how do you, I don't know. It's kind of like the R. Kelly thing. I don't know what to say.
So the situation you gave was, they want to be friends, but somebody still has somebody, right? Like
they move on. Okay, maybe they don't move on. I don't know. They move on, they don't move on, but it's still feelings there. It's that connection. But they trying to use the whole, can we just be friends, knowing that they don't want it to be friends, they want it to be a little more. I don't know.
Yeah, so that person has to decide if they want to be friends.
Right.
Set the boundaries. But also, if you still like that person, you might need to just like, you gonna have to decide, because you can't have
Cake
like
and
you said,
eat it
your
too.
cake and eat it.
Okay, we can't be out here doing this trickery, y'all. This is 2019.
Right.
We almost at 2020. We can't be doing this trickery. We gotta figure out what we got going on, and y'all gotta live in y'all truth, and y'all gotta know. Okay, you gotta get that discernment. You gotta know, is this person, because if the person really wants to be with you, they don't have to play these games as far as their whole, can we just be friends? They need to go ahead. Look, if you out here and you talking about some, you want to just be friends, but you don't want to be friends, you really want to be with the person, just say you want to get back with the person. I guess that's just going to end that whole one, right?
Yep.
That's going to end that whole one, that whole thing right there. If you want to be friends, if you don't really want to be friends, if you want to be with the person, just say it. I guess, I don't know. Look,
Yes.
Here we go. Question number 3. Okay.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, this was the crazy one. Dub, they always try to get me to talk about this. They want me to go back to this Love Doctor series. I refuse to. But somebody called in, and this is what they said. They had oral sex. They're married. Okay, they're married. They've been with their person for 20 years. 20 years is a long time, first of all. And they had no oral sex. Like, okay, wait, hold on. This is just a touch J. First of all, y'all know I don't know nothing about none of that. Okay. I would just say that. But the person called in and they're disturbed because they had an issue and they don't understand why this person they've been with ain't performing oral sex on them, and they feel some type of way. So I'm like, okay, she's a female. She doesn't understand why her husband isn't, doing a thing to her. Okay, so what do we say about that?
I have a lot of questions on this. So the first question I want to know is, what was going on prior to getting married? And also, have they been married for more than like 20 years and it was going on at first, and then just for the last 20 years it hasn't been? Like, there's a lot of questions I have. On top of that, is she
child, listen,
oral
that's
on
what
him?
I said too when I heard it. I said, wait a minute, hold on, wait, are you doing stuff but he ain't doing it? But no, listen, the thing is, this is what it's supposed to be. Okay, she ain't giving it. No, she did say she was giving it. She is giving it, but he's not giving it. And he never gave it.
Oh, never. See, so even before they got married, that's what. See. Okay. So check this out. I don't think that she should be upset, because if he never. See, it's one thing when you know that he had did it at the beginning, like once,
yeah, you're
twice,
right.
3,
They
4,
stopped. They
5
be like,
times.
hold on, what's going on?
But here we are. We are
That's
20
a long
years
time.
later, and obviously, something has aroused in her mind that she wants this. Like, she wants this to be.
But the thing is, this is what
her.
she said, that he keeps on promising. It's like he gonna do it, but he just ain't get around to it. That's a lot of promises. Is he doing it once a year? Like, but some people don't do it for religious purposes. They do that. That's their whole thing. I don't know what's going on though. This is just a touch, piece for you. I don't know. It's kind of like that R. Kelly thing. I don't know what's.
I think that there's a lack of contentment or something in the bedroom. Not only with the oral though.
Yes.
It's not just that. See, I think sometimes when people ask questions, they're not really asking the real question that they should be asking. So it's not. I don't think that this lady. I don't think that's a big issue. It's something surfacing deeper than that. Like sometimes it might be just less quality time. It might be less physical touch, like holding her at night, or kissing her, romantically. Those things are important for certain types of women.
Yes.
So I think it's a little bit deeper. I know that she's upset and she's talking about this, but if we all look at this question in reality, we know that at year 15, at year 10, at year 5, it was an issue then. But it's something bigger surfacing right now at year 20.
Yeah, that's a long time. Now, what if it was a guy and he wasn't getting it?
Okay. Again,
Same thing.
I think it's something bigger, because if he wasn't getting it for 20 years.
What if it was just like 2 years? What if it was 1 year? What if it was a month? I don't know.
And they've been married, and you're saying they still been married like.
Well, they can't be married for 20 years. It's like 1 year. Let's just take this 20 out. That's so long. Oh my God. Okay, let's say they was married for 1 year and they wasn't.
Okay. See, the first part of a marriage, you would think that people are hitting it off and everything.
Right.
So the energy should be there. I don't know, like, if you're not doing it like that the first year, it's like I think so. Okay, all right. So some people, sex is not a big thing for them in a relationship. Right. That's for some people. So that's where I'm like, okay, I can understand a part of the audience being like, that's not really a big thing with me.
Right.
But at the very beginning of a marriage, everybody's supposed to be hitting it off. You're supposed to, even if you're not doing it in the bedroom like that, y'all should be connecting intellectually, emotionally, psychologically. Right. And I think that is where the lack of an area in a relationship is. People are feeling like they're like, man, I'm not getting what I need in this area because you're lacking in other areas. Right. That's where I'm
right. That's how I looked at it too. I did the same thing too. I said, well, dang, something isn't connecting somewhere. It's 20 years, 1 year, 5 months. It doesn't matter. Something ain't connecting.
Exactly. And it might be just the fact that somebody's attention is being taken somewhere else. It could be a career. It could be kids. It could be hobbies. It could be traveling. A lot of different
20 years though is what she said. Child. I don't know. Moving right along. Let's go to the next question. I don't even know if we knew how to answer that one. We just want to say, I guess for you, honey, communicate. You got to really start talking. Y'all got to talk and figure out what's going on, because there's some type of an underlying issue. Right. Somewhere where y'all not getting that together. Okay. Question number 4. Oh my gosh, we are getting to number 5. Breakups. Wow. When you break up, okay, this is what they want to know. What's the best way to break up? Phone, text, email, letters. Are y'all like going to people's parents and like, look, I don't know what's going on? Because some of y'all go to the parents and talk to the parents. Y'all know y'all doing that. Or are y'all starting arguments? People be starting arguments and be like, this is why I want to be with you anyway. How do you feel about that? What do you think about that? How do you break up?
So you do have to, and gentlemen listening, you do have to have a strategy. You cannot decide and wake up one day and be like, you know what, I'm done with this dude, or I'm done with this woman.
Right.
You can't just do that.
You can't.
You have to have a strategy.
Shout out to Keon Henderson, because he always talking about having a strategy. You have to have a strategy with anything that you're doing in life. Please understand it. So what's the strategy for the breakup?
So let's say, for example, it's a guy and you're trying to break up with your woman.
Oh my gosh.
And you made it up in your mind. You want to break up with her. You don't really know how to do it. Fellas, please be strategic. Do not just... Okay, because this is what I see.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the reason why we need strategy.
Okay.
Because when guys move on quickly to a new woman and you break up with a woman, like out the blue, like I'm done with you, or you like you said earlier, you create a argument.
Right.
And then the next thing she know, she see you all booed up on your social media
Ooh.
account, or you unfollowed her, or you unfriend her, and her friends that still follow you report back to her and be like, girl, I seen his Instagram and he was with such a
scandalous.
Exactly. And so, fellas, what I see happening, the reason why y'all need strategies is because y'all are already doing trickery.
They out there doing that trickery. I tell them all the time, stop doing that trickery. Stop it.
Like y'all want to break up, but you should. 5 months ago when you was already doing dirt.
Right. Or if they wasn't doing dirt and they just feel like, it's just not working. Still, don't be out there doing that trickery. I guess from a female perspective, I could kind of just be like, I don't know, if I'm breaking up with somebody. Forget that. I'm sending you an email.
You gonna send them an email?
I'm gonna send them an email. It's so personal. No, listen. No. If I'm really, really trying to be done, I guess we can have a conversation. I'm gonna have a conversation with you, and I'm gonna tell you, like, look, this ain't working out. But then you gotta deal with, like, what if he start crying or something, or he go crazy on you, like, you ain't leaving me? No. If I can't have you, can't nobody have you. I don't know. I guess that's why people try to do that whole, impersonal type of thing. People nowadays, they be breaking up on Facebook. Like, look, I'm gonna set up a DM. Like, I can't. Nobody wants to, like, confront the person. People are out here being, like, really, like, afraid to just speak and be.
Why is that?
Present.
Why?
I don't know.
You know what? I think I know what it is.
Tell me.
It's just the fact that there is a new person in their life. It is. Now, if it's not a new person, it's a new thing. It's something that this person feels like they have to break away from everybody. Because I know some people who, when they shut down, and that means their significant other, their family. And here we are 3 months later, we just now hearing back from this person. Like, I know people like this. So for the people that like that, like, you shut down and you don't talk to anybody and you cut everybody off, please at least communicate with your significant other. Let him know.
Right. What's up with this people lack communication so much. It's just like talk. If you talk, you might not break up if you talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they out here doing all this, like what I say all the time, you say all the time, this trickery.
Yeah.
Communicate. Please, y'all out here listening, communicate. If you communicate, you probably ain't gonna break up. And if you breaking up, you communicate, it could just be, on a different type of level, I guess. Because y'all, look, this just such a, I don't know, y'all can bring me all these questions. It's so much. We gotta do like 5 at a time. It's just a lot going on here, but I guess I don't breakups. Okay, this is what we said. You doing it on the phone, you texting, you email, you sending letters, you start arguments. I don't know what y'all doing, but I guess if you communicate properly through the breakup, or if you're trying to break up, it may be better, I guess, right?
Yeah, and then just remember, if you do attempt to break up, remember the day that you attempt to break up, it's not officially over.
Right. It's like, it feels like when you break up with somebody, it's never over. You be like, what? I broke up with you like 3 years. Why?
It's not officially over. Just for those listening, when you attempt to break up with somebody that day on May the 10th or May 11th, it's not over with that day. You're gonna have to give it a little bit of what it called waiting period.
Yeah, waiting period. Yeah. To see, some of y'all out here waiting. Them waiting periods been years. Y'all gotta go ahead and do what y'all gotta do. Move on and figure out what y'all doing. Look, please, it's just a touch of J. We are trying to put it out there in pieces for you to figure out what's going on, because I don't know.
Yes.
All right, so that's that thing right there. Communicate. That's what we got for the whole breakup thing. Figure out what you're doing or whatever. And that way you won't be going back to number one should you break up with your ex and all of that and hell, and you won't be going to number 2, should you still be friends with him and all of that, you'll figure out what's going on. And you probably won't be dealing with that whole no oral thing either for number 2. I don't know. All right, so look, we got number 5. Here's number 5. Here's the last thing right here. Okay, y'all ready? Number 5 says, mate check. Okay, basically, all right, y'all are out here with this whole checklist thing. Look, they out here asking me should they have this daggone checklist. Okay, now listen, some of y'all out here, y'all got this crazy behind checklist. Okay, for the guys, y'all want the girl to be short or tall. You want it to be natural or unnatural. Okay, listen, because a lot of y'all out there, y'all want it to be all perfect and stuff.
Yeah.
How you look? Gotta have abs, gotta have this, waistline this, hips this, butt that, boobs sitting up, Okay, life happens, okay? And for the guy, it's the same thing. And for the girls, they want these guys to be having these abs and no receding hairline. They want the shape up to be right, long beards or waves. I don't know. They want all these different things. They want him to have this job and this special car, and they gotta have this type of house and education. You got all these requirements on this checklist. Okay.
Here's what I'll say about this.
What do you say about this whole checklist thing?
So, when you get in a relationship with somebody,
right,
you're in the relationship with the person and not the things that they bring. Now, all that is
thank you. Go ahead.
All of the things that they is extra credit. Like if they have they have a nice luxury car, they got their own business, they got the beard, they got the abs. Or for the fellas, looking at the ladies, they got they stuff together. They're independent. They got the natural, like you like it, and they got the nice little figure, And I think you mentioned something then about plastic surgery and all of that.
Listen, because okay, we live in this world now. Child, this world's so indoctrinated. They got a lot going on, okay? And a lot of people want people to be perfect. And I'm not saying that it's just the guys out here. The guys, they want the girls to have this plastic surgery. But it's a lot of girls out here, too, that want these guys to be looking like these model guys.
Wow.
Me, myself, I want to rub on his little belly if he got little glove handles. I don't see nothing wrong with it. As long as you're healthy, you don't have too much going on, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, they doing that whole plastic surgery thing. How you feel about that? With that whole?
I don't think that you need to get plastic surgery to make yourself, so to speak, like the models or like a picture you've seen. Because I've seen it where people will spend thousands.
Right.
I'm talking about they wait till the income tax comes.
Yeah. Why?
And that income tax is gone off of plastic surgery.
Right, but don't got no house, no car, no stability. But you just doing all of this. I guess like the R. Kelly thing, y'all know I don't really know what to say about it.
But for real, y'all need to make sure that you are loving who the person is on the inside before you start adding the extra credit that they bring to the table.
Exactly.
The figure that they bring to the table, the money, all of that is important. Like for real, like having yourself together financially is important. Having yourself together health wise is important. Those things are important, but just know that if you checking things off of the checklist, there's not going to be that is going to all that criteria. Like he's going to have some shortcomings. Like if he one area on your checklist, there might be another area that he's not so good in.
Right.
Because I know some ladies, they actually kind of test to see if he good in bed before they start taking a man's.
Why? Like you worried about that? I can't stand somebody who want to try to test them waters like that. It just says, I mean, no. Look, this is just a touch of J.
Just a touch.
No. Look, so I understand. I really do. But at the end of the day, like, listen, anything can happen. What happens if later on he gets into an accident and he can't use his lower parts, or something like that? There's ways to get around a lot of things. So I don't think that trying to see if he's good in the bedroom or she's good in the bedroom first should qualify them, like as a, being this person that's the part of the list. I don't think that y'all should be putting that out there like that. Like, I just don't, I think, like, seriously, spiritually, I think you need to be understanding if their heart's right. You need to be checking that. Like I said before, one time, y'all out here checking these necks, making sure these necks ain't got none of them things on them, and making sure that they are a woman and all that. If you a guy out here, you want to make sure they're a real lady, especially if you out here in the A where I live in. You want to make sure, but you want to also go for somebody who has a good heart, a good spirit, who loves God, like, has a lot of integrity and morals and ethical values. Or do you want the girl that's going to be out here doing 5 and 6 threesomes with you and going to the club, which, I mean, some of y'all out here doing that tricky, you liked it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you into.
You said something key right there. You said integrity. Right. You got to make sure, like, let's say you put this person in a situation where they could possibly, flirt with one of your family members. You and your family members, when y'all kick it, you fine, she fine. You put him in a situation where, is he gonna hold the integrity and not try to get at your family member or even your best friend? It could be a friend.
Right.
And I see so many times that when guys are put in situations like that, they usually fail. Yeah. Because they want just another touch of something. They want touch
of something. Look, y'all gotta stop doing this trickery out here. Integrity, morals, ethical values. Try to look for those things. And then the other stuff, like you said, that's the bonus. Do you have the cards? Do you have this? Do you have that? I remember I dated somebody, child, look, and he was on there. So, I got this type of car. And, I drive this and I drive that. Child, I want to say something, but I don't want to put it out there.
Look, you single now, right?
I'm single now. But look, he had all this going on, but this nigga couldn't get his feet there. I looked at this nigga feet. I'm like, why your feet? You out here driving this, you driving it, but your feet ain't together? Like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here, you doing all that, but your stuff ain't straight. Like, get your mind straight.
He was wearing some nice shoes and nice dress shoes, but his feet wasn't.
But his feet weren't right. So you know what I said? All right, so you ain't taking care of you. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't taking care of you. Because and don't tell me that whole thing, I'm a man. What the child, listen, and it go for girls, it go for the women too. It goes for the women too. Don't no man want nobody out here who ain't doing what they gotta do and making sure that they right, ain't taking care of her feet or grooming herself correctly or getting a manicure or whatever. Like, it's a lot going on more than, like, the physical type of stuff too. You want to, like I said, you want to make sure that these people have values and morals. That's what gets you far in life, not just how they look or if they got, a BMW or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, none of that stuff matters. I don't care if you got this type of car. What your heart look like?
Right. So, guys, I want y'all those that listen on here, it is okay to get a manicure. It is okay to get a pedicure.
Please.
It is okay to groom yourself. Take care of yourself.
Please.
And for the ladies, it is okay to get the wax and get shaved and groom yourself.
Please.
And take a bath. Because sometimes women just take showers.
That's why I got the bathtub confessions for y'all. I'm teaching y'all what to do with these rose petal baths. That will be coming tomorrow on my Sunday bath time. Sunday bath confession. But go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I plugged in on that. Look,
You breaking up, baby. Wait,
I
say that again. You
understand
just
it
broke
is
up.
okay.
Go back and say that again.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
can hear
said, can you hear me now? It is okay to just
Yes.
take care of yourself. You know, make sure that you care about you. I mean, that's priority. Like,
Yes.
take care of you. You know. So that's all I
I
have to
guess
say
if
on
y'all
that
got
part.
this checklist, make sure that you understand that the person got to be taking care of themselves. It ain't about just, all this stuff that's, on the outside, all these desires that you may have. Sometimes you need to understand if their heart is right. You got to see if they got these morals and these ethical values and things like that, before you start looking at all this other stuff. Like, it don't matter if they got, like I said, I'm going to say it again, if he got abs, if he got facial hair, if he got this cut and everything, check his heart and how he feels about life. How does he feel about family? How does he feel about other things? And the same thing as far as the guys, how they want these women to be looking a certain type of way. Oh, I need her butt to be like this. I need her hips to be like this. I need her butt to be like this. But then she ain't even out here and don't even got her mind right. Her heart ain't right.
Right.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, can I mention
Go
something
ahead.
else? For the fellas, please go see the doctor, go see your dentist.
Right.
Like, I see so many guys that are like good with the money. They out here hustling, grinding, going to work, got 3 or 4 jobs, got 2 or 3 businesses, and ain't taking care of their kids.
High blood pressure.
Yes, have high blood pressure, stressed out. So you got the money, but you ain't got your health.
Right, because they're not taking
care of your mind
themselves.
too, because your mind is out the door because you're not taking care of your children.
Right.
And you got child support. You got back child support.
Right.
So, fellas, please go back and do your own checklist. Is what I'm saying.
Right, and women too. Yeah, y'all gotta check it. Y'all gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And check yourself before you start trying to check somebody else.
Check it. Okay, before you got all this list of requirements. So look, that's such that we just had to put that out there, pieces for y'all. So y'all got them 5 questions, okay? Me and Dub, we gonna be coming back to y'all. I'm not doing that whole relationship series thing again. The love doctors. We just gonna answer these questions, and we hope you guys liked it, right?
Yes. I appreciate you having me on here tonight.
Yeah, Dub, I love you. You know how we do. We always talking, we vibing. We gotta put it out there in pieces for them, baby.
Yes, ma'am. And I love getting on here because I feel like whenever we get on together, it's like we vibing. It's just like a normal conversation. So, just for those listening, this was not scripted. All we had was the question.
That's it. That's all we had. They know it ain't scripted, man. Listen here. They know ain't nothing fake about this whole thing right here. This is how it goes. It flows because when you have an anointing on your life, you have that type of connection. God brought us together so we can go ahead and put this out there in pieces for y'all to help y'all out. Y'all got these questions, and we just trying to give y'all answers.
That's right. That is right.
We hope that we were able to help y'all. So look, let's do a quick recap. Always got to do a quick recap. So look, going back to the ex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't really know if you should or you should. It just depends, I guess, on how you break up. You want to say that, right?
Right.
Okay. Number 2, the question was, if the ex wanted to be your friend, and they they want the whole benefit on the side type thing. It just, I guess, what do we say about that?
Man, you gotta set boundaries. Like if that's what you want, then that's what you want.
Right.
That's for the male or the female. I mean, because the truth of the matter is, there is a reason why y'all are not together. There's a reason why y'all are trying to be friends now rather than trying to be lovers. So set those boundaries so that there's no misunderstanding later on down the road. Right.
And if you're but like I said, some people still just want to be your friend because they want you. So if that's the case, just say it. Exactly. Work on it and stop doing that trickery. Right. So number 3, we had child, this whole oral thing. I don't know, Dub.
So what we kind of mentioned on this is I have a lot of questions to the person that asked that question. Like, what was going on prior to this, and where are you doing it to that person? I think you said yes.
Right.
Also, there's got to be more variables involved. Like there's got to be something that I feel like is missing. Other than that, there might be lack of quality time, a lack of physical touch with that person, like the person
Right.
that's speaking their love language.
Right.
There's something deeper than just the oral part. There's something deeper that this person is not communicating with us, but she's pointed this out because this is where she's lacking.
Right.
There's some other areas, and you have to identify it, and you have to come up with resolution. Don't just be pointing out one thing, but you need to point out everything that's wrong in this marriage.
Yes, that's 20 years. It's a long time. Communicate. Please, y'all start talking. Oh my gosh, communicate. That's all. And if you out here trying to communicate and it ain't working, maybe try to get some counseling or something like that. I don't know. Call back in, baby, and let's talk about this thing again. Okay, number 4, quick recap. That whole breaking up thing, and how you should do it.
Yeah. So with the breakup situation, you got to have a strategy. Cannot just wake up and say, this is the day I'm going to break up with her or him. No, you need to have a strategy in place. I think you mentioned, hey, we're going to set some arguments in place. I don't, even if it's a strategy of arguments, at least you had a strategy.
Right. Please be careful, because people out here, y'all killing each other. Y'all doing all type of crazy trickery stuff. Y'all in jail, all type of stuff. Your mental ain't right. You crying, you going crazy. Man.
That's good right there. See, we didn't even touch on that. We'll have to touch on that on a whole nother different topic, like how people go crazy when somebody just wakes up and say, I'm done with you. I'm done.
Because rejection, we got to talk about that. Rejection is something. I've been putting that out on My Name Is RN976 on Instagram, baby. I've been putting a lot of that trickery out. Y'all doing a lot of that trickery. I've been trying to put Keon Henderson out there. Pastor Keon been talking about rejection. Sometimes rejection is for your protection. Yes, child, he was out there giving that word. You got to check it out. He said rejection is for your protection, because you know that when somebody is rejecting you and they don't want to be in your life, that means that they already had that plan. So you should be happy about it. So if you doing that whole somebody breaking up with you, and like you said, you gotta have that strategy, like Pastor talks about. But if they start going crazy, just be easy, because sometimes they ain't supposed to be in your life. You need to be happy.
Because we didn't even touch on that, because I was thinking about how some people will take the whole family and just run off a cliff and drown the whole family because of something that happened without a strategy in place.
Yeah, you always got to have a plan. Strategy for everything, okay? And that's why, and you got to understand too, with this whole strategy, that when you have a strategy, things can happen. You got to understand it. You got to be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the last thing we was talking about, last one, quick recap, was the whole mate check thing. That whole list.
Yeah. See, for ladies on here, and happy Mother's Day to all the women out there that are mothers, and even figures. I definitely want to make sure I give y'all a shout out. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Justin.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
So going back to this check thing, you ladies cannot do check, and for the fellas too, you cannot do a check on somebody else without doing your own check on your own self, because the truth is there's some things that you are lacking in on your own checklist. Like, I mean, are you 6-pack? Do you got your own 6-pack?
Child, if you don't go ahead and talk about that, out here pointing out stuff on the girls, like, oh yeah, well, this ain't this and that ain't that, but you don't got, and you'll just be like, you don't even got the whole. Please don't get me talking. I told you about the feet. Just to touch a J, y'all. I'm trying to put this out there pieces for you. Yeah, so just like Dub said, do what Dub said. It's your checklist, okay?
Yes.
Like, watch yourself. Like, don't be out here trying to point somebody else stuff out, and you only have your own stuff together.
Exactly.
All right. So look, we put it out there for y'all. I guess until next time, right, Dub?
Yeah, till next time.
All right, y'all. So look, what do I always tell y'all? Who is this? Come on, y'all. What is this? This is Just a Touch of J, right? And I just had to put it out
Yes.
there in pieces for you, baby. All right? Dub, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for
Definitely, y'all
having
make
me.
sure y'all check him out, okay? Dub, give him your information again one more time.
I am Dub22 here on Anchor, Instagram, your boy Dub2 or your boy Dub, YABOYDUB. And I'm on Facebook. My name is Matthew Loftus, LOF.
That's right, y'all. Check him out. He thorough. We're going to be coming out here doing things. And we got a couple other people that's going to be doing things with us too. All right, y'all. Until next time, I love you.
All right.
All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.